It was, it's working now, right? What is going on with this thing? Great. Well, it looks like the mic's working now, so I don't know why it literally just wasn't working, and then it just worked again. So it's probably gonna cut out again and ruin my stream again, and I don't know. I guess I don't even know what's going on. Because like I said before, for some reason, all of my microphones completely disappear from my computer. I go in to look everywhere in the Windows settings and everything. There's no microphones. I have 3 hooked up right now. And for some reason, they just all disappear for some reason. I don't know, but appreciate y'all. Let me know that it's working now. How am I doing today? Wicked. Wicked ball. Not great, but I haven't been able to get the video done that I was working on because I haven't been feeling good and stuff, so. Just watching an old stream because you were bored, said Crisco. Where is this Phil guy? He didn't put out a video yesterday. So yeah. So hopefully I don't start feeling worse. I think I'm getting better. Maybe. Oh, I don't have infinity over here, do I? I was like, this is going a little slower, and I couldn't put my finger on why. It is because I don't have infinity. But shout out, what's going on? Jordan Mewtwo, EJ, Marty, what's going on? Yo, Saffron, Scotty, Sandy, what's up? Yo, Kyle. Crisco shouted you out. What's going on? Let me go get this infinity real quick. I think it's over here. Did they add a new bow to D2? Probably not. I mean, how would you not know? If they added new items to D2, there would be 1,000 videos and everybody would be linking on every single page, you know what I'm saying? If they added new items to D2, I'm sure that I would have heard about it by now. Even if it was more than 11 seconds ago, I would have had 30 messages about it. I would guess. Okay, we got all the gear. All right, let's go now. Gonna go much better. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Oh, this is still on P1 too, isn't it? From the other day. Man, struggling already. Can't get things set right. I'll learn how to play this game one day. One day. Marty says it was on PD2. So yeah. PD2. That makes sense. Appreciate you, Wicked. Yeah, I think hopefully by tomorrow I'll be perfectly fine. I got bowling tonight. That's what I got I don't have the green screen up because I don't want the lights on bright because like my eyes and my head are hurting and stuff, and yeah. I might have to take 2 or 3 minutes here and there to like make my, take some medicine or something here and there. So, but yeah. Jordan says PD2, mate, thinking about trying it before you knock it. Yeah. Some people like that stuff where everything's completely different than Diablo 2. It's just not my thing, and I played it when it first launched, and I thought it was real cool the first season, first couple seasons. By the 3rd and 4th season, they changed every single item in the game. There was not one item that wasn't changed. So I was like, I don't know. Yeah, Kraken said, I'm not feeling great today, so I just didn't want the lights on. Super bright. I just have one dim light over here. And I can still, even with that dim light, now that I kind of want to turn it off. With the lights fully off, I did feel better. But, I mean, you guys need to see my beautiful face. I mean, why else would you guys even be here if it wasn't to see my beautiful face, right? See, Crisco said he was watching this old stream where you were playing the pre-expansion on the laptop on vacation. Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. Like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get it to work? Stream wasn't really even that bad either. That was pretty much the way that every stream looked before, like, 2000 and like 2021 or something. Every streamer had looked like that, you know. But yeah. Feeling Teal's Might incoming. This is the first time. So Jarsky, I appreciate you. You feel it coming. No one's ever said that before. So that's crazy. You got a feeling that Teal's Might's coming. I'm obviously joking, but I do hope you are right. I do hope you're right. Yeah, I can barely keep my eyes open. Ooh, little 2 to Druid. Nothing else on there though. Why don't we? I haven't hit back here in a while. Why not? There was that one time I got a burn out of there, so. Spine's killing you? Ooh, that's rough, because I feel like you need that a lot. Nothing to smoke to kill the pain, unfortunate. So hopefully that starts feeling better for you. Sounds like a chronic thing for you. Backs usually are, which is super rough, because you can't get, like, let's say you got something wrong with your knee or your hip, like you can get it replaced, right? Not that you'd want to, probably. I'm guessing no one here is that old, but you could in the future. Spines, very, very difficult to get your spine replaced, from what I understand. I'm not a doctor, but not a doctor. I hear you need those things. Yeah, I had a little, kind of have little back issues. Nothing like people who have real bad back issues, but I've had like some little back issues over the last, 5 years or so. I'm hoping that it doesn't get any worse. It's actually been doing pretty good for the last 6 months to a year, so. Your discs are deteriorated. They're going away on you. That's no good. You're not Dr. Phil? Well, no. I know I look just like him, but you ever see, speaking of Dr. Phil, it just reminded me of like those memes where they take Dr. Phil and Kid Rock and they like swap their hair and they swap everything. They just swap just their faces, and they look like the exact same. You realize they look exactly the same. That's crazy how like, your different aesthetics can change like how you look like that. I mean, not that, but then you just see just their faces isolated and they look like the same person. Old Grim Shield. Wait, what was? Oh, I'm an idiot. I threw Grim Shield down there and then I thought it said Gilded Shield after I just picked it up and threw it down. I don't know. Brain's not working. Welcome, Greenie. Hope I'm doing all right today. Not doing the greatest, but how great do you have to feel to play video games? Am I right? At least I can keep my eyes open. Yesterday, I was trying to make a video, and I couldn't keep my eyes open, so. At least now, I feel like right now, if I squint, I can keep them open. So that's good. Cybernetic spine. I don't know. That might work. That might work. Hey ho, says looking for Teal's Might. Oh yeah. Yep, for sure. I wanted to complete this Holy Grail a couple of years ago, and then decade after decade go by, and I don't find Teal's Might. Hoping. I may have discovered it's not like something you can run 24/7 or anything. But I may have discovered a new S tier Teal's Might farming strat that I'm making a video about. Some of you might guess what it is. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong, but pretty sure I got it. D-Gen, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Terrorize Meph last night. No noteworthy drops. Yeah, Meph is not as crazy as Andario. Also, if you're on P1 relative to 8, it's you'll get less items will drop, and then yeah, or 7, or Even up to 3 is very, very good boost. A lot of times people will run stuff online and they're like, I never get the stuff that you guys get. And it's like, and you know, I'm on single player. I have a perfect build with 500 magic find. Well, not really perfect build, but you know. Oh, a little shadow plate. Wait, is this steel carapace? Couldn't remember that one. I found this ethereal one time with you can get it ethereal with repair on it, which is pretty nasty. But yeah, it's kind of a cool item, elite base, but not really used anywhere. Gamble Tyrell's Might. I have tried before, and all gold that I find on single player over the last 2 years, I've used to gamble to try to get Tyrell's Might. But yeah, D-Gen knows exactly what happened when I did that online for the 22 Nights of Terror. Speed run with eyes closed. Okay. Now I'm going to speed run with my 9-year-old daughter directing me on what to do. I'm going to be blindfolded though. Yeah, my daughter just like, oh no, there's baddies coming. There's bad guys. Ah, no, run, run. Like, which direction? Run away. Cube 2 Ethereal Templars together, you'll get Ethereals. Really? Never heard that one. What is this, Diablo 4 now? Been hitting the clip of me gambling that blue armor. When I was trying to think of a title for it that would get people, that kind of get people to watch the video, you know? I was like, this is the best title of a video of all time. Because it is 100%, that's what you go for on titles. Very clickable titles. It's 100% accurate, and it is completely true what I said too. I did gamble that blue armor, and I showed a picture of me gambling it. When I do eventually find Tyrell's Might, people are gonna be like, he's never gonna find it. You know, no one's gonna believe me. They're gonna think it's fake. Need that big cube. That's a good point. How many Zods? I've got 2 Zods on single player, so not some crazy number. I found 1 online and 2 on single player, so that's like lifetime too. So nothing crazy. Yeah, I mean, any champion can drop good stuff too, so I mean, arguing to take out the council and like the champions along the way, that'd be like arguing to stop and take out on the way to TZ Andy, stopping and taking out, you know, champion packs along the way, which could. But the difference is obviously Andy doesn't drop super healing potions and gold and stuff because of the quest drop thing. So I mean, I get the argument. I don't like going after like Trav or the council drop all those hydras down. It's real annoying. Merc gets taken out like 1 out of 5 runs. So it's like I could take him out. I do sometimes. Or I can't static the guy because he has the fire or whatever. Merc Merc's almost dead, and it's like essentially a perfect mercenary. Like that's just, unless you specifically set your mercenary up to take out the council that absorb the lightning and fire res from the different abilities. It's just not. It's just me or whatever. And not Guardian Naga. Only rune you're missing, Jay, is the Zod. Oh man, my eyes starting to feel rough again. You'll get it. Gotta keep blasting. Zod Tyrell's Might when you find it, just to Just a boss and show off? Nah. What I need to do is make a Breath of the Dying and a Obsession. The Obsession base is impossible to find, though. One that's, like, worthy of actually using. Mustangs is working per usual. Yeah, I feel ya. I wish I could just disable calls on my phone, honestly. I literally get 15 spam calls a day. Phone's going off again. Izu, what's up? Very long comment. Let me see if I can paraphrase here. Watching the trivia. Tyrell's mic question. Yeah, the trivia stuff's a lot harder, Izu, than than you kind of think it is, sort of. Not that you're insinuating it, but yeah, when I've even done that too, where I went back and watched trivias that other people did, and I'm like, how did they not remember this one and this one? Not that I know exactly how it is when you're up there and you're racking your brain, and the most simplest thing you can't remember. It's real kind of funny. So. Throw the teammate at Charcy to establish dominance. She wouldn't even take it. Charcy would be like, what the heck is this crap? This thing sucks. Wife gets spam calls all the time and you do not. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times they have to get your number some way. So I guess if you never go online and you never sign up for anything, and then no one ever gets your number to sell to somebody to get on some call list, and then maybe she's the one that does all the everything online with the bills and stuff and purchases, or I don't know. Pure speculation on my part, of course, but I mean, it probably doesn't help that I've had the same number, for 20 years, which same cell phone number my entire life. Oh, I seen Swirling Crystal and I seen Unique, and they 222. No. Yeah, Bivs is true. Darcy only uses best in Slack gear. It is known. Ataki, what increased speed with Nova SORC is not better. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you saying that farming Mephisto would be faster with a Nova SORC? Nova's really bad against act bosses, so if that's what you're saying, I would lean on the side of no. That this might not be the absolute best build for specifically Mephisto, but this is like my TZ Andy farmer that I use also for TZ Mephisto. So, and I mean P7 ripping it out that fast, I think is pretty good. If you wait for a 3-3-3, you're never gonna make it. This is true. If I could just find like a 3-2 or something, something that was like 3 to Nova with 2 to Lightning Mastery, and just that, I would probably make it. Or like, I don't know, even if it was like, I don't know, something along those lines. Oh, there's a pretty rare one. There's a pretty rare one. 4 bust. Ooh, just the 3, but Griswold's Redemption. Okay. All right. Yeah, I might have understood. Let's see here. Asking if Nova SORC would be better for this run, but you answered my question anyways. Gotcha. Yeah, I thought that's what you're asking. Marty over on YouTube. I pretty much agree with what he says here, that Blizzard, Fireball, Lightning are best for bosses. Pretty much. I was thinking last night, I haven't tried it in a while, but how fast does Firewall work nowadays? I know it's not as crazy as when it was like glitched during that one thing, but I wonder if I could, like, kind of use it the same way. If it'd be the same speed or faster. The only thing that I think I stopped using Firewall because when they would move off the Firewall, and obviously it doesn't do any damage at that point, you know what I mean? Then you can't really aim it. You got the cooldown and stuff, so. Demon Machine SORC. Yeah, I did one for one season. I played offline once in a while. It's pretty good. Ooh. Little Stone of Jordan. Come on! Oh. A middle of the road Ravenfrost. Hey bro said he's been looking for, it sounds like a pelt for Flickering Flame with the fissure and whatnot. Yeah, I look for those as well. I feel like I haven't found a good one either. I got a few, like I got like one or two sitting in my inventory that I just like don't use. Like I just never make Flickering Flame in it because it's like, why even bother? Because it's like not good enough to really use. I think I wish I could find a better one, but Dark Philly new trend. No, I'm not feeling very good. I don't mean, if it comes through on the camera, but I can barely keep my eyes open. My eyes like hurt. So, yeah. I didn't want them bright lights in my face. If this shows you, like, I have a light right here, but it's kind of dimmer. If that kind of tells you how bright my lights are usually when I'm streaming, so the green screen out, so I'm well lit, so you guys can see how beautiful I am usually. So, come on, 50, boom. Ew. I feel like that's low on the Magic Fire. Or Trap's cool though. Got some 50s over here. Ooh. Scotty, yo.
Happy birthday. Printer birthday cake.
Not really my birthday, everybody, just in case I don't want anyone to get confused. Sometimes people, then they send me a birthday present, I'm like, it's not my birthday, it's a joke. But thank you, Scotty, for re-upping the Slayer ship. Ooh. Appreciate you. I shouldn't play Mosaics in then? Yeah, I don't. I do not. Imagination. Mang Song's better than Obsession. I haven't really messed around with them too much, to be honest. I would guess that Self-Infinity's probably better. It depends on the builds of two, of course, because Self-Infinity doesn't really do a whole lot for, we'll say, a Fireballer. Mang Songs, yeah, like I feel like I haven't done enough, kind of like playing around with those to say for sure. I'm gonna speculate though, and say that it's probably pretty similar. I think the Obsession might end up being slightly better than Mang Songs with a facet. But the combination of Zod with the finding a base good enough to actually make it better than Mang Songs is probably like, it's probably like 50 times more rare than a Mang Songs to get the base and the Zod, you know what I mean? So. East Coast. So on offline single player, the drops specifically on player 7 or 8 are the same. Every odd number on offline single player, it essentially, not literally, essentially though, is like a breakpoint for the drop, the amount of drops. It's slightly different online, where every extra player in the game and in your party near you is different, but it's kind of hard to explain. But yeah, for single player specifically, yeah, 7 and 8 are the same. Izu a minute ago saying Firewall is still busted. The thing is, I don't think Firewall is And a lot of people just say busted. They use busted as a synonym for really good. I don't think Firewall isn't still busted. It's not doing the double tick or whatever it was doing. Ooh, another pretty rare one right there. Okay. Bone Flame, right? Bone Flame, I think. That's not that great, but yeah, nailed it. See, I know everything. I remember everything always. I feel like this is close to perfect, isn't it? 130 on the defense and 30 on the all res, I feel. I don't, those are strange numbers. 130 on the defense would be a strange number for it to be, but for some reason I think that's what it is. Very well could be wrong though. Let me keep that for a second. Maybe we'll look it up. Maybe one of you smarter people that know more than me can let me know how wrong or right I am on that. It can roll with 3 skills. Oh, I forgot about that part. I forgot about that part. Yeah. No, you're right. Yep. Forgot. Very true story. Yeah, Firewall still can really melt bosses if you telly stomp them and then they sit on your mercenary so they don't move at all. Oops, I just missed with that meteor. That's okay though. Ooh, Ogre Maul. Not ethereal. I would Zod it, but no, I'm just kidding. Happy Tyrell's Might for Fill Day. Ooh, yeah. Marty talking about the Obsession Mangsongs debate there. He says maybe if Mangsongs had 50 FCR or higher. Yeah, like I said, I don't use them very often, so I don't remember everything that's on them. What is the FCR on Mangsongs? And maybe I could look it up real quick, actually. Sometimes it's just faster for me to type it in and look it up real quick. Mangsongs Lesson. That's not spelled right. That's fine. They'll figure it out. So it's got the minuses. It only goes to 30, huh? Gotcha. Not feeling too great. I can't even. LJD. Wow, I just went to look at the screen. It was all blurry. I couldn't even see. Couldn't even read the letters. My eyes are causing me problems. So. Looks pretty metal. looks badass when you're like sick. You look like you're dying. Goobers, welcome in. What'll happen first? I play Mosaic. Oh, Mosaic playthrough. Well, the thing, you can't really do a Mosaic playthrough because, I mean, you got to have 2 models and 2 goals. So, but playing Mosaic or finding Tyrios, boy, I don't know. Eventually, I mean, I have to try Mosaic at some point, right? It would just cost so much to buy that welding mask because I don't have a welding mask, so I can't play it yet. I got to get one eventually here. So. Countess for keys on 7 or 1. I always stick on players 1. It is true that the odds drop. Like, you have better chances of getting keys and higher players count, but I don't know if it's psychological or what, but I feel like I never do. If I ever run it on higher players count, I never get more keys, so. It might just be a situation of because on players 1 you actually get more runes, so you'll get more good runes on players 1 than the higher. So it might just seem like I'm finding more on P1 because I'm also getting more lems and then, you know, really just no more lems. It's really all I want are the lems, but you could get the ists and stuff too. So I always do it on P1 personally. Personal preference. Lemron's the best. You know it. You know it. When I use sunglasses, maybe I could wear sunglasses right now, huh? I don't have any around. Run out to the car. Yeah, Scott, exactly. It's like Lemrunes are like S tier, and then like there's like everything else just under that, but like A tier runes are probably like Jaws and Burrs. I wouldn't mind finding them, but they're no Lems. And then Ohms and Vexes and stuff, yeah. Took you 3 days to get 9 Countess keys? Yeah, that's pretty rough. Is it taking you forever to farm the Countess, perhaps? There is always just crazy bad luck situation, could be as well, so. Always turn left. When you're farming keys, when you're farming the Countess, always turn left in the tower. Which you probably know. Yeah, if you get like a couple of those double key drops from Neelathak, you're in, boom. You know, just like some of that random luck like that. Oh no. Alright, let me put a little eye drop in here. Ugh. Got it. Give me 1 second. I actually missed at first, so I had the eye drop on my face. Oh yeah, that's way better. There we go. What is this? I don't remember what this is. I just want to see. Rip book. Boy, there's one that a lot of people probably wouldn't get right. Unique razor bow. What is it? Jeez, that's not one that I was like, ooh, it was right on the tip of my tongue. Nope, I did not remember that one. Ross saying 2 OP out Mosaic takes the fun out of the game. I've heard that from a lot of people. I haven't played it for that exact reason. I don't want to. But especially people who are newer to the game. Or came back to the game or something. They're like, yeah, I heard Mosaic was real strong, so I played that first. Why is Mosaic the only good build in the game? All the rest of them, the builds suck. And I'm like, what? No, there's a lot of great builds. And they tell me they played Mosaic first. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, yeah, relative, everything seems like it sucks compared to the broken Mosaic. Like, are you serious? But yeah.
Suck it, Bezos.
Beat up! Thank you for the Jeff Bezos subscription. Ooh, don't let him keep it, fellas. Don't let that rich billionaire bleep keep it. Give it to some streamer. Doesn't have to be me. I mean, I prefer it was. Doesn't have to be me, though. Give it to somebody. Jay says he's pretty much exclusively a Mosaic player now. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. Well, as long as you're having fun, though. Is today's stream live or from the Bat Cave? You can be live from the Bat Cave. Yeah, I switched it up today. Quieter on the, I don't have the music blasting, and I'm not really feeling great, so. Gosh, you say you need some green trees right now? Green trees. Not sure what you mean by that. Is that drugs or is that or you just want some bright foliage to brighten your mood? Actually playing from the Durance of Fate. There you go. The thing is, on the screen here on my face, I just looked over at the OBS here. You can see when During the load screens and stuff, screen flashing. You can tell I'm not faking it. I'm not just playing the video and pretending like I'm playing. East Coast. The only time you'd want to do P8 is if you're going for maximum experience. You can... The life and the experience, I believe they both scale linearly. So, like, it jumps up. I don't remember the percentage. 50% every level. Drops don't, though. Maybe tequila will help. I doubt it. I doubt that, but appreciate the kind words there. Yeah, we'll check it. I don't always ID these, but every once in a while they could roll something weird on it where you could justify it being a little worse than a Heart of the Oak or something. Come on, Mephy. Time for you to start paying off. Hoping I feel a lot better by later today, because supposed to have bowling tonight, so thinking thawing potions. Come on. Yeah, Josh, I figured that's what you were talking about. Figured. James, I agree with your statement. Time for a nice drop. I think I should get a good drop here. DoorDash doesn't go to the dispensary. I heard that they do that in some places. I don't know about DoorDash, but I've heard of delivery services for that stuff, but speaking of that stuff, I don't even know what's going on with that stuff. Apparently in the new funding bill for the government, they were like, "Oh, it's a clean CR, you know, a clean continuing resolution." And they did, and then they just handed the bill to everybody and they signed it and nobody looked at it, and they actually snuck in that they banned, they put in a national ban on hemp and CBD. I'm not sure what that means for all that stuff for states that legalize it and stuff, but among other things they snuck in there, but I know a lot of people have differing opinions on this stuff, but seems to make some people happy and whatnot, make people feel better in certain instances, so just interesting that that happened.
What do you need?
Chicho, ripping it. Enjoy. Yeah, I guess that is true. As soon as I started talking about it, I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't, because that's something that people could get upset at either way, so. I guess I'll just let the mask slip for a little bit. It does really annoy me that people in the government go, oh no, this bill is actually the same bill you looked at before. It's just a clean continuing resolution. Meanwhile, they don't tell you they added a page down at page number 1031 of the document that does these other things. They don't tell you it's in there. They lie to you and say it's not. I'm not a big fan of that. But that's about as far as I'll go on politics, I suppose. A super uncontroversial take that nobody could possibly agree with the other side, regardless of if you think one thing's right or wrong. Wait, Phil, are you saying people shouldn't just straight up lie to manipulate and trick people? Oh my god, you're an idiot. Unsub. That's them typing in the comment, by the way, with the hands moving. You didn't. Usually I do it out in front of me, but my camera's so small I gotta do it like this, and I look like a chipmunk eating or something. I look like a hamster eating. Phil coming in hot with the political takes. I know. Today I'm feeling crazy. Off my game. The 5 rule in bowling. The 5 rule. So are you saying like the thing that everybody pretends to do but they really don't? Where if you leave a 5 pin and then you don't pick it up as a spare, that person's supposed to buy drinks for everybody? I feel like that's like a joke thing that nobody actually does, but I mean, I'm sure someone did it somewhere, but. So I guess the answer is no. I don't do that. And I've never actually seen anyone actually do it before. For real. Sorry if I'm making like weird faces and stuff. I guess I'm so dark you can't even tell, but like I almost feel like I need to almost like stretch my eyes out. Like they won't stay open. Smolps, yo! Welcome in. Eric says he does that. Okay, like for real, huh? Six shots in one game. Now, when you say 6 shots, like 6 shots like per person, like because you do like rounds of shots, right, for everyone who's there. So out of everybody kept leaving 5 pins over and over again, is what you're saying? Improves the next game. I feel like it would go the opposite. Jaybird. Right. Yeah, definitely off my game. We'll be alright, though. He's somehow playing with his eyes closed, and he's talking about things he usually would never say. I do feel like I look over at OBS, and it just looks like my eyes are closed. But it feels so much better when I don't have them open very wide. So much better. Shrangs. Yeah, I get you, Josh. I get you, Josh. Makes sense. I know some people like that. I will be honest though. Most of the people that use medical marijuana, most of them smoked weed before, and now they're like, "This is my medicine. I have the pain in my wrist and my back," and I'm like, "You've been smoking weed since you were like 14, bro. Every day. It's awfully convenient." But no, I do understand, you know, especially people in your situation, I suppose. Shadowplate is... Shadowplate. Alders. Nailed it. I'm always right. I never forget. Always right, never forget. Marty feels personally attacked. No, I was joking. If Heroes drops, you must make mosaics in and put it on her. Do mosaics in with Heroes, huh? I don't know that I have to. Don't know that I have to. To be honest, I don't know if I'll ever play mosaics in. I was kind of thinking about it. Warcry, Battlecry, find out. Never say never, but what's all these updates? Penix, Thorny Skill. Kirk Cousins, the new starter. Adore Sanders starting for the Browns. Okay, alright. Little updates. Yeah, Vivi, I am aware of that. The stuff that you said there. CBD, it's the letter stuff, yeah. Ethereal? Starting for the Lions this week? I probably could. But I didn't have this eye issue going on. Just running around out in the field, my eyes closed. 1150. Elder Staff's got the perfect amount of teleport charges on it. Socket Griffins without a Larzik quest. I think you got to use Larzik. There's not, because that cube recipe with a Stone of Jordan is for rare items, right? Someone asked if you can socket a unique item outside of a Larzik quest. I can't remember for sure. Anyone remember that for sure? That is it the Stone of Jordan for rare stuff, or you can? Does that work on uniques? I don't remember. Cuckoo, how's the only rares? No, okay, yeah. So yeah, only rares. Gotcha. So yeah, you have to use Larzik then, according to people who answered first in chat. Fantasy matchups looking this week. Okay, they're looking okay. The one team hasn't shifted in any of his players yet. He's got Drake London, who's out this week, still in his starting lineup. And then he's got a guy on bye, so it's got me at like 87% chance to win. But I'll see what it is once he switches in a couple of dudes that are projected to get like 10 points. So I'm like projected to win according to Yahoo, which, I mean, they're always right, you know? Right? So we'll see. I need to win, though. That's for sure. I have extraordinarily outside chances of making the playoffs. I need everyone to lose. Ooh, little good ones there. We got that. Yeah, couple of check there. The boots are good, of course. The gloves, no good. Good old Sandstorm Trex, 68% on the poison res, goes to 70. Strength and vitality at 11. I don't remember what those roll to, but I feel like they're not high. So yeah. Good boots though. Use Yahoo. Yeah, I'm only in 2 leagues this year. That's all I'm in, and that's what we use, yeah. Just kind of like, it's one of those situations where like boomers, that's what we've used forever is Yahoo, so that's what we keep using, so. I've used Sleeper before, and everyone loves Sleeper. I really honestly don't like Sleeper. The app never works right. It's like super slow. It takes like 7 seconds to open for some reason. And every person I know in real life, they all like, yeah, look, and they pull up their phone and they try to open it, and it opens super slow, and I'm like, ooh, okay. Okay, man, this is a pretty sick double drop. It didn't even fully register on me. But a good old Reaper's Toll, while the Merc's up there doing some work. Good old Reaper's Toll, and I hear a Shaco unique is good. Ooh. Two digits, never the greatest, right? But it's still a Shaco. Reapers and a Shaco at the same time. Nasty. And I mean, if you wanted to throw it in there too, Mavina's armor. If you wanted to say it's elite base, it's an elite base. So, yeah. 99 is cool though, right? They both go to 15, Nagy, on the, talking about the Sandstorm Treks from... I thought so, wasn't 100% sure though, but yeah. How has Yahoo managed to survive this long? Is the fantasy football the only thing keeping the lights on over there? I mean, they got the mail, they got the Yahoo Finance, they got the, yeah, they got the fantasy football, they got a little bit of everything. Us like 40, 50-year-olds are the ones keeping them alive because we don't want to move on to another thing to learn how to do something else. 3 skills, come on! Oh, okay, ooh. So, 20 on the plus damage is the best, right? They're pretty good shooters. I like it. Ethereal, no. Maybe we'll hang on to it, see what it compares to what we got. Maybe. Now the drops are coming. Yeah, D-Gens, yeah, now the drops are rolling in. Right, we got 4 minutes left. Not bad at all, yeah. DDI, welcome in. Perfect, yeah, perfect on the lighting. Yeah, I don't generally use the shooters, but I use Oculus so much that, you know, having that huge extra 80 magic find when you're out there holy grailing. All res, that just everything that's on Oculus is super cool. Why did I not static more? I'm a lot faster. Whoopsie. Oh well. James said, first time watching live, quite enjoyable. Appreciate you. First time hopping in as well. Unfortunately, I'm usually a little more lively, but I'm not really feeling that great. But welcome in. Hopefully not the last time we see you. Cuckoo is a Cleveland fan. Jeez, you are Cuckoo. Jeez. Cleveland. You're a Browns fan. Ooh. Couple gloves. Yeah. Let's see. Is it time for me to start holding my breath for Shadur to save the franchise? I don't know that that's going to be a thing that happens, but I think you should start holding your breath, yeah. Because, what's his name? Gabriel is not the answer. I can very much so believe that to be true. I don't know, maybe they'll re-sign Joe Flacco next season. That's probably the Browns' best hope. What's my total magic find? We'll look at it. Why not? You asking here. 525 at the moment on this build. Appreciate you, James. Yeah, fix my own car because I'm broke. Broken cheap. I don't fix everything. But yeah, the wife's car that you're talking about a little bit ago, I posted about my wife's car that was it was having a very strange thing happen to it, and I didn't know what it was. It turned out that the brake pad and the shoe actually separated from each other. So the pad was just like slopping back and forth inside the caliper and whatnot. It's causing some weird symptoms, which I've never seen that before, but that's some high quality H2O right there. High quality. Yeah, I'm pretty sure after, let's see, after this I'm gonna be ripping my fire druid. The kind of like build of the moment, build of the week. Oh, ethereal Bartok. Should I Zod it? Let me know in the comments. Ooh, man. How nasty would it? I think that can get 2 to martial arts skills on it too, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm kind of kidding. Kind of. Cuckoo, not handy, but I just replaced the alternator on your wife's Honda. Well, jeez. That's more, I've never done that before. I would say, what would be the most complicated I ever went to do? I guess I had a caliper piston on my car, like not blow up, but blow out. So there's brake fluid all over my tire and rim and stuff, so I replaced that. That's about the most complicated thing I've ever done. Let's see, a couple months ago I replaced my windshield washer fluid pump. Litglain sewers. Yeah, that's probably not bad for a fire druid, to be honest. Maybe we'll do that. Do dolls have good drop pods for materials? I have no... Oh, where am I going? I would feel like no. Because don't they... If dolls blow up, don't they not drop anything? So I'd feel like... I don't know. Ooh. Oh, I'm missing a couple things here, huh?
Put that to good use.
I swapped it over to a different thing for the video I was working on real quick. I just gotta grab it. Looks like Phil. Nordic said, "Is it sick to run Stony Tombs and drop a diadem on the..." Oh, what is it? Why are these missing? Oh, yeah, that's not. I'm dumb. Is it sick? I mean, it's obviously good. Pretty gosh darn cool, if you ask me. I'll tell you that much, Nordic. I wouldn't be mad. The TZ Andy SORC build? Yeah, Biv all over it. My God. This guy. Oh, I don't have this here either. How about that? Appreciate you, Biv. Go get that. I guess that Biv hit you with that link. What a champ. What an absolute champ that guy is. Gosh, my phone's going crazy. There must be so many fantasy football updates. Irvin Harrison is ruled out already for the next week. Well, that helps out my... I have Trey McBride, so... I have Danny McBride on my fantasy team, so... Imagine if someone drafted Danny McBride. Like a true G. Boy, now I have to remember how to play. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go slow with it. Whatever, it'll be fine. I don't feel like trying too hard. James said only champ dolls would drop anything. Yeah, maybe that kind of makes sense. Maybe you guys come down here. I think these guys are regularly immune to fire that gets broken by what I'm rocking, but so they're probably pretty slow. And yeah, well, we'll do it anyways. 4OS Dusk Shroud. Congrats, Josh. Hopefully that's something you needed. Oh, what am I forgot that I was not using the other thing I had. Oh well. Nobody's perfect. Kind of weird for this drop down exit to be over here. A little bit, maybe. Josh, congratulations on getting ready to cook a meal there, I suppose. Thank you for sharing. James, trick to bowling, point at the pins after you release the ball. Appreciate the tip. I usually throw it over to the right like that. There's a trick to bowling. Throw the ball to try to hit the pins. Thank me later. Fishaholic, what's going on? No, I don't feel very good today, so probably go a little calmer without the music and got the lights turned down. Mm. Go this way. You can decide which way to go. Game City 297. Congrats. Yeah, I've only been bowling for a couple of years here, so I think my highest was in the 240s. I believe 246 or something like that. Don't remember. Somewhere in the 240s. Sir Doc, Bill and fellas, welcome in. You're doing good. Here we go. Find a good pack over here. Great. Strong hook, yeah. I mean, I bolt two-handed, so yeah. I pretty much can't throw the ball straight. Two-handed be like that. I actually throw two-handed, but then when I throw out my spares, certain spares I throw one-handed. 10-pin. 6-10, I think it is. Stuff like that. If I have anything like that. Pretty much I just try to get strikes every time. That's my main. That's usually what I try to do. That way I don't have to try to make spares. Nice. Okay, looks about clear. Appreciate you, Fishaholic, yeah. You're just waiting to get sick. Everyone's sick in your house. Yeah, hopefully. Also, for like the last 2 weeks, my daughter had been complaining about her eyes, but like, they look fine. She can't explain to me what was wrong with them, just that they didn't feel right or something, and she'd blink real hard all the time. I might even have whatever she had. I don't know. Okay, yeah, nothing that one. Getting all that experience. Oh yeah, I can't do my hand gesture where I point at the experience thing because the camera's smaller. I forgot. George, what are you talking about? StarCraft vibes? Are you talking about like the dark camera or something, or what are you referring to there? Charcoal or gas? I'm a gas grill dude because I'm lazy. I don't want to have to fire my grill up 45 minutes before I want to cook. And I'm not super picky on you know, like, if food tastes 7% better than the other food, I don't really care too much about that. James says I'm sick. Ooh, this jewel is sick. Guaranteed 3/3 poison. Oh, man. I almost said fire too. Almost gone. Good for crafting anyways. Yep, offline single player. Someone asked if it was online or single player. Offline single player, yep. Walking petri dishes kids. Yeah, it can be for sure, yeah. Plus, it's just the way, you know, they go to school and they're just around all these other kids that are bringing diseases from their houses to kids at school, and then they're going home and giving it to them, and then they're going to the next grade up, you know, because they got older brothers and sisters, taking it to those kids, and then, yeah. Fuchi's gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, George and Fuchi saying it reminds you, the background being dark like that reminds you of StarCraft. Interesting. Yeah, I never played that game before. Never played none of them, I should say. Thanks for YouTube videos. Appreciate you, Nordic. Kind words. Appreciate you. There we go. Best drop so far down here. Flawless Amethyst. Ooh. Aldadin came to send the daily Tyrael's Might luck. Appreciate you. I need it. I need it. Have I ever ate pigeon? I have not. I've had ostrich, snake, alligator, no pigeon. Other more normal things too, of course, you know, elk and deer and stuff. Rabbit. I don't think I've never had turtle before. Turtle's not super uncommon. Whoops. Pigeon stringy, says George. Yeah. Take your word on that one. Combat shrine. There we go. There it is. Hiding behind too much stuff. Turtles are friendly, not food. They can be both. Matthew Blair, welcome in. Self-Infinity just made recently. Congratulations. That can be a toughie for sure. Offline single player or something, so congrats on getting those burgers. Moving on up. Maybe I should make more coffee. Never really a bad time to make more coffee, right? 11:30 at night, more coffee. Is my fancy team doing better than your 3-8 team? I actually think that I have only the 2 fantasy teams. I think they're both 3-8. Every player I drafted either underperformed, many got hurt. Just not good, I guess. Not good. Can't win them all, right? If you won every year, people would just all quit and never play with you, right? So it's got to be once in a while, K-Wink. You gotta. George says you want to try squab. What is this? What does that even mean?
Good day.
Sounds like some kind of bird, but I don't know that I really know. Squab's another name for pigeon? Oh. Gotcha. Gotcha. Get very battle ordered up there. Is that supposed to be like Jim, but spelled differently? How do I feel about Mosaic? Don't like it. Needs to be banned and eliminated from the game. For sure. 100%. Really no genuine argument for it, to be honest. Experience Shrine. There we go. George just crushing it, it sounds like. Congratulations. You must drafted all the people that I did not. Well, the one league I'm in is like a keeper league, so you kind of have who you have, you know what I mean? To a point. I took over the league a couple of years ago. So last year, I feel like I did pretty good job drafting, where I ended up, I took over a team where I literally had nobody. Just nobody. I don't even know how these people, like, had no players and they didn't have any draft picks. I don't know, but... So last year, I was coming out of the season with Bijan Robinson, then I took Malik Neighbors, and then later I took Brian Thomas Jr. I thought I was going to be stacked this year. Brian Thomas has majorly underperformed. Malik Neighbors instantly tore his ACL. I drafted Worthy this year to kind of, you know, to have another guy to, you know, from like my 4th wide receiver. He got hurt instantly at the start of the season. I thought he could cover the beginning of the season for me. So I figured that wide receiver position out for sure. I don't know. Just unfortunate that he got hurt on the first play of the 3rd play of the first game. McLaurin has been hurt all year. Hurt all year. Never. So yeah, just rough. I got Trey McBride at tight end on that keeper team too. So I was thinking, I was coming in the season literally. Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Terry McLaurin, Bijan Robinson. My second running back, not great. I had like Aaron Jones, but you know, you can't be perfect everywhere. Tight end, did I say I had Trey McBride as my tight end? Like, that was what I was coming into the season with. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm going to kill it. Instantly hurt. So, whoopsie. It is what it is. Michelle says doesn't like the gameplay style of the Fire Druid. It's not my favorite either, but I play all different kinds of stuff, so.
Just got my first ever 5-socket Berserker hat.
Well, congratulations on that, I suppose, Race. Thank you also for the 14 months. 14 months of Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, appreciate you. Wait. Oh, there he is. You're done. Brief Zerker incoming? Yeah, gotta use those Twitch Prime subs, exactly. Yeah, George, I'm same there. I'm a little bit more fan of the Wind Druid, but it doesn't work bad. Fire Druid don't work bad at all. Chicho, whatever you said up there about replacing coffee, I don't know what that means, so I usually don't say out loud things that look weird and I don't know what they mean. Gosh, he's only a SORC and Pally player. There are two great ones right there. That's kind of how I was before, you know, like a long time ago, before I started venturing out into other builds and stuff, I guess. Like back when I was like 15. But kind of a little bit before I started my YouTube channel and stuff, which really wasn't even, you know, not even that long ago, really. I played other, you know, I played Java's on some, and I played a little bit here and there, but I didn't do a whole lot of stuff outside of like SORC and Pally. A lot of Sorceress. I did play a lot of Sorceress up until, you know, 5, 6 years ago, something like that. A whole lot of SORC. Good old Monarch. George says a lot of JT. Well, yeah, if you have JT, then yeah, that's all you need is JT, pretty much. So you knew Daniel Jones was going to come in and just absolutely start killing it, huh? Impressive. Impressive. You got dawdled in 3/4 of your leagues? Boy, sounds like leagues where people don't pay attention, I'll be honest. The one keeper league I'm in, every single backup running back, every team's starting running back, and every team's handcuff is already on every team. So you can't even, like, Rico Dowdle was drafted and he's been on somebody's team the whole season, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. Like, you can't pick up guys like that. You gotta have your bench stashed with like handcuffs and just hope that you have the right handcuff and that guy gets hurt, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, if you're in leagues where you can just add people randomly like that, that's clutch. Clutch. I wouldn't mind it at all if I could have got him all over the place. Wouldn't mind it one bit. Everflames, yo, thanks. I was waiting for you. We just been talking about fancy football and food and stuff, waiting for you to get here so I could find materials. So thanks for finally getting here, making us wait. Whoop. Up out of there. Junior Cino? JR Cino says he needs a low rune so my merc can stop dying all the time. You need to make yourself a fortitude, huh? Best of luck. Hopefully you get that quick. Josh said he got Jamar Chase, had to get suspended. Yeah, that's unfortunate. For you, I mean, him, he should have get at least one. I mean, spitting in people's faces intentionally like that, kind of rough. I'm gonna grab something to drink, like right, just literally 11 seconds. I'm gonna be back in right here. Something with some flavor. Backwards. Cherry limeade. Like a bouse. Steve George talking about Rico got some for in a fab league. You paid $9 for him. High waiver priorities. Yeah, well, congratulations on getting him everywhere. Definitely helps you win. Geez, yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Maybe some people in chat know what you're referring to. Oh. 12:30. Oh, didn't do my bear, or he got taken out so fast. There you go, a little Sunday charm. Go ahead and just make sure we don't get taken out here. Huh? Gosh. Perfect. Yeah, sometimes the playstyle of this build is a bit sus, bit sketch. Okay, YouTube, hit that like button for me. Appreciate you, Nightbot, for reminding us all, huh?
Forgot to update. My gas line was replaced and I'm back in my house.
Nice. Thanks for 100 bits there, Raced. And yeah, got your gas line ripped out, it was, right? Yeah. Well, congrats on getting it fixed and getting back in the house, right? You said your neighbor did it somehow, right? Backed into it or something? That is rough. Rough, rough, rough. House didn't blow up. You've been living in that house for 57 years? Holy moly. I mean, there's no way that you're 77 years old, so you must inherited it or something. But yeah, either way, regardless. It's obviously good that your house didn't blow up, yes. Very, very good. Very excellent. I'll never fight Battle Order recently. Ooh, man. Maybe I should get the right weapon out here to keep my life up. $70 a pound for some Jamaican coffee you had? That sounds like too much. Definitely once in a great while try right there. That's too much. I'm super not picky when it comes to most coffees. I just don't like any coffees that have like fruity flavors in them and stuff. I don't like that. Just anything normal. Definitely a difference between like super cheap coffee and good coffee, but yeah, I don't like I don't need the super expensive stuff. I'm a simple man. What do we got for the next TZ here? I don't remember. Oh, Ancient Tunnels next. And we do have a cows later, too. I was going to try to... Man, I don't know if I can stream that long. Maybe. Lights down, maybe I can power through. Josh said it was given to you as a gift. Yeah, that definitely makes it cheaper for sure. Yeah, you got to really make some money to be buying $70 coffee, 70 bucks a pound. I mean, at least that would last a little bit. Like that that lasts a few weeks, right? So probably that's probably cheaper than buying a coffee at like Starbucks every day. Maybe. How you do it. Really, I could have done that before too, but I just didn't think about it. Not genius enough. George, yes, says once in a while, definitely not switching to $70 a pound coffee. Yeah. Definitely not. Everflame, yo! Thank you for the Slayership. Appreciate you. Thanks for re-upping the Slayership. My man! Ray's saying he's got a coffee roaster right by his house, it sounds like. Pretty legendary. Guess that's it. This is the bottom level. Dip out of there. If you're sniffing your coffee, James, you're not doing it right. Teach their own, but yeah.
Good day.
I think what you're thinking of is a different pick-me-up that's not coffee. Can really give you an energy boost. From what I hear, allegedly. Allegedly. Whoops. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. Everybody out there, appreciate you. Pismeyer complained Then you got a Sir and a Vex today. From LK. That's what it is. The more you complain, the more stuff you'll find. Hashtag science. Hashtag science. George said he'd love to try and roast your own beans. Interesting. Never crossed my mind that anyone would try to do that themselves. Yeah, I went to I went to a couple different coffee roaster things when we were on our honeymoon in Hawaii. Me and my wife, of course. Who else would you go on your honeymoon with besides your significant other? But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, they still do a lot of it. Like, and I don't know if it was every place that makes, you know, the Hawaiian, the Kona coffee or whatever. Because there's a lot of different companies that make it there, right? But yeah, you just have like a building that it like smokes out in, and then they just like set it out on a tarp out in the sun for like days. Like, it's just super unscientific looking, like super like almost unprofessional, but like, hey, you turn out with the good coffee, right? So they do it the classic old-fashioned way, I guess. Why throw down a 20 strength, 20 dex, 20 all-res ring? I mean, I don't think I did I? You can't get 20 all-res on a ring anyways, but I think all-res on a rare ring goes to 11. That was like over here or something, right? Eh, whatever. For the most part, though, if a rare ring doesn't have FCR, it's not going to do a lot for me on single player. I have a few melee type rings, a couple dual leech and stuff like that, but whoops. Ooh, perfect Sunday right next to a 40-15 jewel. Maybe not. Perfect lightning Sunday, though, is pretty cool. Cool one to find. Only note the perfect ones. I do have many perfect ones at this point, though, but kind of cool. Noise fine. Yeah, not too bad. Right up there with the Shakos that I can't keep anymore, but much cooler to find online, right? And you can trade it for something. Been across the Mackinac Bridge. I've actually only been across the Mackinac Bridge one time, and when I was a kid, we just drove over there, across, and went to a couple touristy places just on the other side, and then came back. So, and I was very young. I was probably like 5 when we went. So it was like 35 years ago. Yeah, it is just like from where I live, it is very far relative to like what you're, you know, once you get in the UP, as you probably well know, you know, you have to drive. It's like 2, 3, 4 hours between like destinations. It's just like so far. Where I live, it takes like 4.5 hours to get to the Mackinac Bridge or something. I don't remember exactly how long it takes to get up there, to be honest, but long time. What would I do with the 4015 anyways? Well, I have one 4015 on single player, but I'm thinking about putting it in my Ethereal Reaper's Toll. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Little Doorfoot's legendary 1243. Shifting around a little bit, getting comfy again. Oh, ooh. 20 enhanced damage, 6 to min on a level 9. Interesting. Little fire res too. I think the 20 enhanced damage is the max on at level 9. Interesting. The mustache seems big. I guess my mustache pops more when it's dark, huh? Could be science. Very possible. Yeah, probably need to trim it up a little bit. Oh well. I don't really care too much if, you know, I don't have to look perfect every single day. Heard a charm. Large charm. Gross. Good luck, race. Casually running some just Hell Andariel. Best of luck. Put 3 40-15s in a tiara for a sick bow is on. Yeah. I'll pass on that one. I don't plan on finding 3 40-15s on offline single player. I found one on single player here, and I found one online. Oh, I did not mean to hit that button. I don't know why I just did that. It's not the end of the world. I just had a few more packs to go, but... George says the mustache is actually pretty sick. Better believe it. I mean, got the beard too. This doesn't grow in his thick. Let me drink some more of that, actually. Good old Aldi brand cherry limeade. Like a boss. Yes, Sunil, that's the weapon you're talking about, Sunil, is I would guess, I don't know for sure, probably much more rare than the 40-15, to be honest. Yeah, mustache grows in thicker faster. Is what it is. Could be worse. I was born in the wrong generation. Should have been in the 70s, 80s. 13 more minutes. You're from the 80s. Well, I'm from the 80s, I guess. But I was not having a mustache in the 80s, unless I was a real man, you know. A real manly man. And probably because the oldest age I ever was in the 80s was 4, so... Yeah, 86, exactly. Exactly. Mustaches were huge in the 20s? Well, I don't think I'd want to live in the 20s, I'm going to be honest. The whole Great Depression and all. Plus, like, you think the murder rate, like, the murder solve rate is pretty bad nowadays. Back then, it was probably, like, 0.1%. Everyone just murdering everybody whenever they want to. Kidnapping people. I don't know it to be true, but I believe it to be true. The Roaring 20s, yeah. JR Cino saying Stash is making a comeback. Yeah, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like they look ridiculous, though. Part of it's quote-unquote making a comeback is because we're all getting older. So we're doing old people things like having mustaches. And then younger people having mustaches just look ridiculous because they have that little thin thing. Not a manly mustache like us men can grow, you know? Oh, man. A lot of density here. Good, I guess, but take out of them. Okay, we'll take that. Another Sunday up there, nice. Yeah, because it's like thinking back, like, oh yeah, we're, you know, my dad had a mustache, and, you know. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm the age that my dad would have been when I was a kid. When I remember him having a mustache. Like, my daughter's 9. So, yeah. Josh, I don't know the whole story there, but you're walking away with 4,300 off 14,000. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I can't tell if you're saying that's good or bad. I can't tell. If it's good, congratulations. If it's bad, sorry, bro. You went to Army. No, I was never in anything like that, no. I was never in any of the armed forces. Oh. I went factory work, and then I went to a different factory, and then I went to a different factory, and then I went to a different factory, and now I'm here. Oh, man. Marion says, Army vet, you got shot in the chest, lost a hand. Oh, my goodness. It's, phew, ouch. Don't really know how to respond to that. Not good. Timoff, link at the top of the description to the build. Don't have an exclamation for that. I feel like if I link it in the YouTube description, I don't really have to set up an exclamation for it as well, you know what I mean? Since it's like right there. Radamant ever drop anything useful? Well, I'm going to be honest. I might have taken out Radamant. Like, I don't usually run this area a ton, so I don't know. I know I can remember for sure though. One time I killed Radamant and found in hell difficulty found a Viper Magi. I don't remember exactly when that was, but I like remember it, you know. So. Is that really good? I mean, I'll let you be the judge of that. Depends when you found it, huh? The Book of Skill? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. He gives you free skills. Of course he drops something good. It's a good point there. Dip out of there. We got 5 more minutes. Could do one more run here. Why not? Aye. Oh boy. Alright, let me try to plug some more eye drops in this sucker. Alright. Now let's see how that feels. Already better. We're up to 64 likes. Appreciate you. Anyone who forgot, make sure you hit that like button for me. It would be just great. It would be just stupendous. Oh, Pro, what's going on? Yeah, I'm not feeling too great. Not feeling too great. But I must work, right? Boss is gonna fire me if I don't get to work on time, so. Plus, what would you do, Snow Pro, if I wasn't streaming right now? You'd just be sitting there playing World of Warcraft with my stream not on. Borkohar, appreciate ya. 5 shots of bourbon to make me feel better. I promise you that would not work. I mean, short term it might work. Very short term. Need some fantasy advice? I can give you some advice. I haven't been doing good, but I feel like I can give good advice, though. Henderson, Judkins, or JMO? I don't have Henderson, really. I don't have... Let's see. JMO, Henderson. I would say JMO or Henderson. I don't know what... I don't remember the latest news on what's going on with Ramondre. I would say if Ramondre's out, play Henderson. And if Ramondre's in, maybe JMO, but it's pretty close between those two. Oh, Ancient Tunnel's up now. Gotcha. I don't feel like doing Ancient Tunnels. Maybe we'll do a little bit of relaxing Stony Tombs, huh? Got Ancient Tunnels and then it's cows. 2 o'clock is cows, so I don't know if I can make it. Does Venom proc off of the mercenary from treachery? I think so. I think so. I don't remember. To be honest. Do not remember. Okay, let's head out to Stony Tombs, I think. Easy. You could find Tyrael Smite off one of the champs out there. See if I can make it till... Because if I make it to 2, so I'd have 2 more hours if I can power through here. Fire enchanted. That's illegal. Patriots don't feed the ball to the running backs consistently. Yeah, if they have both of those in there, I don't even know what they're gonna do because Ramondre fumbles all the time, and I don't know. They didn't really feed Henderson before, but he's had a couple of good games with Ramondre out, and it's like, yeah. Fort Ruin, legendary. A lot of fancy football news going on today. And maybe I'll just look at it real quick. You guys don't mind, do you? Godwin update. Okay. Godwin's ramping up his activity. Okay. That's not too bad. Going with stocks and stuff today. I just want to check it out. It's been nothing but down for a while. Ooh. Up and then it crashed. Stocks have been nothing but down for 2 weeks now, huh? No good. Hmm.
Not in town.
Yeah, hopefully for my fantasy team, I need Brian Thomas Jr. to do something this week. I need him to come back from his sprained ankle and do something. So I can have this small chance of sneaking into the playoffs. Great. Appreciate you. James says the Venom does proc from the Merc. Gotcha. Thought so, but wasn't sure. Leaf? I don't know how to pronounce that. Sure. I'm not sure I pronounced that, but no, Fire Mastery does not boost up Corpse Explosion. Because it's not, you know, it's half physical, half fire, but it's, the skill doesn't deal the damage. The skill casts a spell that causes the body to explode, and the exploding body does the damage. So something that low minuses the enemy's fire or fire res helps out, but things that boost up your fire skill damage does not help. Corpse Explosion. Best place to try to get Oculus and Viper Magi. Both of those. Probably Hell Andy. And, I mean, TZ Andy is probably the best, I would guess. I think you can get Oculus from Hell Andy. Pretty sure. Just standard Hell Andy, even. I'd have to look up the drop odds calculator, though. Soul Root. Ghost Dragon, welcome in. It's going. Hopefully you're doing good. Little under the weather, I guess you could say, at the moment. Ooh. James says normal Bales have been his best luck for Viper Magi, huh? Yeah, running Bale is just kind of sort of impossible just because the Bale waves, you know, and stuff, but... Lisquidity said he just got an Oculus from Andy last night, so there you go, confirmed. I would say Andy's probably the easiest / fastest, I would guess. Easy Andy, and then regular Andy, and then probably like Shaco. Or, then Shaco. Then Mephisto, probably. Ghost trying to gear up his paladin. Best of luck. The wall. Ah! If you put this volcano near a wall, it does that. Kind of funny. Oh, I put it on the other side. Viking Stink this year, yeah, they're not doing so hot. McCarthy does not look like him, but who knows? He could always, maybe they'll upgrade the offensive line in the offseason and all of a sudden he'll be way better, like, full of Daniel Jones or something, huh? It is a rough look, though, when you have... Last year, they literally had Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones both on the roster. They let them both go, and now they have a worse quarterback. And Daniel Jones is like the best quarterback in the league, and even Darnold's doing pretty good, so... Well, except for last game, but still. A bad look. Free to Blizzard, 1 to Cold Mastery. And it's ethereal for show, huh? Obsession base? I feel like I want it to be a little bit better. You can't just be 3 to Blizzard and call it a wrap. Like, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't justify that to myself. Oh, how bad or good would you guys waste a Zod on just a 3 to a skill like that? I feel like Blizzard as well is like one that you'll never use an obsession for. It would always be Death's Fathom or Oculus for the Magic Find, or, you know. I feel like you can't justify that one. 1 to Meteor. Can't do it. I don't think. Something wrong with our organization and seeing good players. It happens so often to the Vikings. Yeah, maybe. Happens all the time, you say, when people leave. Oh, favorite worthy, questionable. Good. Good. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah, that's the Lions usually don't do that. They just have a guy they draft, they keep him there their entire career, and then they retire early because they're so miserable from losing all the time. Happened a couple of times now, but do we think the Chiefs will make the playoffs? I kind of hope that they don't, to be honest. I don't like really hate them, but I kind of do. You know, you just start to hate the people that just get all of the cheap, you know, any call that could break and go their way to like get them to win. It does every time. Like, it just seems like the refs are like blowing calls on purpose to help them out. Like they're cheating. So yeah, I wouldn't mind if they missed the playoffs, I'll be honest. Want to see the GM fired, you say? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't, I mean, drafted Jefferson, maybe. The McCarthy pick was one that was very questioned when it happened as well, I know, so. Where it's like, yeah, they won a lot of games, but he averaged like 12 throws a game, so. Like, are you sure he can do this? Hard guy says refs absolutely help the Chiefs. That's a fact. I'm not usually a conspiracy guy, but it does appear that way quite often. Yes, it does very much so. I mean, the refs, I feel like the refs, the team that's like more nationally favored, the refs will favor them. Like, and not about nationally favored, but like the team that's supposedly viewed as like the better team, regardless of if it's true or not. Even last week, it kind of, and it wasn't like they stole the game from the Lions or anything, but like Philly got a completely phantom, just 100% phantom pass interference call against the Lions to seal the game for them. When it should have been fourth. Oh, interesting. 2 runes out of that chest. It should have been 4th down, and they should have punted it to us with like 30 seconds left. You know, down by a score. But I mean, would we have came down and got a touchdown because we had to get a touchdown? So probably not, to be honest. But is that BC? Was there almost 2 minutes? I thought there was less than that.
How may I help you?
I guess you're right, actually. There was more than 30 seconds left. There was like a minute 45 or something, right? But then because they got a first down, then they could just like run the clock out that entire time, I think, right? Gotcha, you went to that game? Nice. Should you always max out cold mastery? No, but it depends how good your gear is and how good you think your gear will be, essentially. If I don't have great gear, I usually go till it gets to about -100. And then towards the end game when you get, and that might be like 15 points, it might be 10, it depends how many plus skills you got. Late game, if you have perfect gear on a Blizzard Sorceress, you just put 1 point into it because you have so many plus the cold skills that you get like -145 cold res or something, or -175 cold res just from the cold mastery from the plus skills. So yeah, if you don't have perfect gear, I would go to -100, and then as you upgrade your gear pieces, it'll get higher and whatnot. Oh my gosh, can you teleport, please? Hit recovery, not the greatest. Why do I have a wolf? You know where that came from. But yeah, that's just like a guideline. That's not like a heavy rule or anything. Card guy says we should have paid the Patriots whatever they were asking to get Drake May. Yeah, you'd be much better off with Drake May, I'm pretty sure. But who knows? Maybe Drake May would be worse if he was for the Vikings, you know? You never say. You don't necessarily have to respec right now. You know, you're probably fine. You could if you have real good gear, but Frosty, welcome in. Finally caught a Sweet Phil stream. Appreciate you for joining us. Not really feeling too great today. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to stay on here, but maybe I can power through for cows here in an hour or whatever. Where do we go here? I got all mixed up, matched around here. I got lost. I like that you're a Lions fan. We both root for teams in the same division, making talking football more interesting. Yeah, I feel like the Lions... Nobody hates the Lions, right? Everyone likes the Lions. They're like the lovable loser that finally is doing good, and everyone's like, yeah, go get him, guys. You know, it's... Predicament on ladder. Do I want to go for Phoenix for a Novus? Wait, Phoenix for Nova SORC or Infinity for kill speed? I don't think I've ever used a Phoenix shield on a Nova Sorceress in my life before, so I would say Self-Infinity. Self-wielding Infinity is probably the go-to. I mean, unless you're playing hardcore, you might get caught once here and there, but like... Yeah, definitely, I would do that. Nova, let's see, Nova, Self-Infinity. Look into how the Prayer Mercenary, you might know it already, but if you don't, look into how Prayer, Insight, Cure Helm, like, work together. Set that up. Yeah. Thoughts on Self-Infinity on Nova? I mean, it's like the play if you can do it. Like I was just kind of mentioning, probably about the same time you typed it in. So, but the Insight, Prayer, Cure situation. Card guy says, yeah, exactly. The lines were bad for so long, can't even be mad now. I can't believe the Bears are technically in first place now in our division. That's crazy. Just because... Well, they have I think they have literally, the Bears had the easiest schedule in the NFL this year. If not, it was like top 5 easiest schedules in the NFL. So, the Lions and the Packers lost to like Philadelphia and stuff, and then somehow we lost to the Vikings. Not sure how that happened, but... That was the last time our offensive coordinator called plays, so that's pretty much how that happened. Okay. Ooh, Ray said he found 3 lems today. Oh my gosh. That is one of the coolest things I've ever heard. Congrats on that. Maybe I can power through all of cows. Maybe I can make it to 3 o'clock here. I think I can. I think I can. Still have my feet here. Oh, I do. I'm like hot and cold at the same time. Great. Didn't know about the prayer insight cure situation. Gotcha. Yeah, it's usually pretty much any Nova SORC build guide. You could check mine out if you want to, but really any modern one kind of talks about it slightly anyways. Well, that's why so many people self-infinity. You got the insight. The insight keeps up your mana to keep you alive. Because energy is your life, of course, because of the energy shield. And then your health, if it drains down at all from poison or anything. That replenish thing helps you out. You got cure to get rid of poison and curses faster. It's pretty legendary. Little setup. Ooh, cruel ogre axe. Let's go. Man, why can't I find a higher enhanced defense one? Still, it's cool seeing cruel weapons, though. I'm gonna be honest. 493. Wish it was higher. Imagine if that was like 298 enhanced damage. That's what we would need. Getting closer. New items to chase. Yeah, it is kind of tough. Cure is really easy to make. Insight's really easy to make, so you don't need to worry about that. Cure just takes an IO as the highest rune, and then obviously Insight's Realtier Tal Soul, so I guess a Soul rune is the highest, so you don't... It definitely survives way better with the Chains of Honor armor, but you can rock it with other things too to keep you alive. Great poleaxe insight. Yeah, that's solid. Solid. For sure.
I can't carry you.
Hard guy said he found a 4-socketed sacred armor the other day. Superior. Yeah, I guess if you wanted it on the Merc, you'd usually want it ethereal, but... Okay, all res, some pack rating. Not enough for me. Got another jewel for crafting at least here. Wait, didn't I D1 a minute ago and I threw it on the ground? Oh well. Find enough jewels, you don't need to worry about it. Yeah, treachery, there you go. I don't know if I said that. I was trying to say it. If I didn't, I meant to. Miss some boots? There's no way, Jinx. I'd never, ever miss anything. I'm assuming they're rare boots, is what you're saying. Yeah, it happens. I'm just joking, of course. It does happen occasionally. A couple times a minute. How do people main hardcore? Anika, I don't know. I don't get it either. Hardcore does nothing for me. Ooh, little Stone of Jordan. Oh. Yeah, I get you, James, saying the man catcher with the attack speed and the treachery for the attack speed for bosses. For the most part, though, I just keep the mercenary around for support, essentially. And then you want them to stay alive, of course. 50k per minute, you know. Mercenary keep getting taken out is a little bit annoying, but whoa. Also, if we're talking insights, like we were talking about, maybe you were referring to a different comment, but if we're talking insights, you can't make insight in a man catcher. Well, you may have been answering a different comment. I might have missed a little bit. Ask something, please. Bears King of the North. Yeah, I just mentioned that a minute ago. That's crazy that the Bears, the worst team in the division, are somehow in first because they got the easiest schedule in the league. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I think they got a bunch of harder games coming up at the end of the season, so we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll win the division, win the Super Bowl, huh? What's going on, Nightbot? Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Ooh, yeah. Oopsie. Worse than the Vikings? Hard to say if they were. I was kind of playing around there. Oh, little mid rune right there. Not you know, getting too insane, but hey, mid runes, don't mind them at all. Don't mind them at all. If charms could be socketed, what? I mean, that would be wacky. I could get 4 to maximum damage if it could. That's a jewel, I guess, but haters gonna hate, says Marty. Hate, 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 hate. Welcome into the player haters ball. Yeah, I don't really like the Bears, I will be honest. How about the Bears? I don't really like Caleb Williams. I don't like hate him, but plus Ben Johnson went there. You know, come on. I got all kinds of reasons to not like the Bears. DeAndre Swift, scrub. Absolute scrub. Fake injuries when you're on the Lions and then you go to other teams and come on. Yeah, Bears did have a crazy easy schedule. I was half joking, but like that part is serious though. That being said, they do play the Lions twice this year, so we beat them the one time. I think we only played them the once, right? Brain's melting in my old age, but pretty sure we only played them once. Man, I can't believe we lost to the Vikings, though. At least that's one thing that's not going to happen again. We're gonna beat the Vikings and then easily beat the Green Bay Packers, of course. So the Lions should be good to go, but got to make it happen. Whoop. 30. I can do it. I can make it. Bears beat Minnesota. I think that is true. I think that is true. That's why the division's so sketch right now, because like the Vikings beat the Lions, the Bears beat the Vikings, the Lions beat the Bears, like it's all over the place. I don't know what Green Bay's situation. We beat Green Bay. So I don't know what they did against everybody else, but I know Green Bay had been losing to like a bunch of all their out of division or whatever, so. Oh, the Bears and the Vikings played twice. They split. Gotcha. Interesting. $278. Little life leech on it. Okay. It's interesting, but not enough on there. Yeah, not interesting enough for me. Pretty much a cruel, but of a non-ogre base, so I don't care. Theta gains, what's going on? Coming in wacky. Will the Vikings win a Super Bowl? I mean, hard to say. Never know. Depends how long the NFL's around, right? Dolphins to the Super Bowl? Probably not this year, huh? Probably not until Tua is gone, that's for sure. Cardboard or card guy. Yeah, Vikings not that great this year. It is kind of weird how the games that they did win when. But like I said, that's the last game that our offensive coordinator called plays, because all season I'm like, and even I was thinking this during the game. I'm like, what are these play calls that these guys calling? Like, why would he call that right now? And then the next game, it's like, Dan Campbell's got his glasses on, you know, calling plays. Down to Jordan. I heard a ring. Must have been this blue one over here. Yeah, card guy. There's not, as a Lions fan, there's not a lot I can say about that. So. Yeah. Not a lot I can say about not making it to the Super Bowl and not winning the Super Bowl. So I'll just leave that one lie, you know? I put my money on the Bears winning the Super Bowl, just like the Pit Zerker running the Pit Zerker. I don't got him. Oh, there's an R in there. I didn't get it. That's kind of a weird comment. I don't really understand the point behind it, but sorry you stole Ben Johnson. I know you're trying to make a dick joke, I get it, but that's like the third time you put that in there, but. Yeah, Ben, the thing is, I don't understand how it's so hard to call plays. Ben Johnson, I guess, did call good plays, but I didn't realize that when you hired some other professional play caller that they would just call all bad plays, you know what I mean? Just all dumb plays at dumb times. Doesn't seem that hard. I don't know. Lions fan hurt when that topic comes up about Super Bowls and stuff. Hurt? I wouldn't say hurt, but we're definitely in no space to talk about other people not winning Super Bowls. Not a lot of, you know, not a lot of, what do you say? Have a lot of legs to stand on, or I don't know. Whatever phrase you say in there that would fit. Joyen, yeah. You just gotta hit square, circle, triangle. That's all you gotta do, just like that. Well, I don't know about that, but sometimes it's just like, there's just certain plays that work really good in certain situations, and other teams call these plays. Why don't you call these plays? I don't know. Like, you could have your own stuff, but if stuff just works that other people do, why don't you just do the same thing? I never understood that. Like, whenever it's like 4th and 1 and every team runs that, well, I can't really just, that quick flat out. They just snap the ball and the guy just runs that quick flat out. And you throw it to him and he catches it and falls over and he gets first down. Like, why don't, like, Lions have a good quarterback. We have good receivers and stuff. Why don't we just do that?
Good day.
Yeah, Sam. Detroit does not have a decorated history of success. This is true. This is very true. That's a way to put it, I guess. Detroit does not have a decorated history of success. Marty's talking about the 85 championship that everybody knows about before any of us were born. At least he got that, though, I suppose. I feel like it's not a strong claim to the greatness of your franchise when you're talking about a 40-year-old championship, but better than nothing, I guess, huh? Little scissors, yeah. Kind of a rare one being the elite scissors, yeah, but not really used a ton. I need to rock some full what is full Natalia's good for? Even slightly. Not good for, but like, what would it be best for, should I say? Because I don't think it has nothing trap related or skills related, so it's got to be like a claw thing. Not good though. Shiraz. So I can't go over the build every time somebody jumps in the chat and asks. I get asked probably about a dozen times every day. So I do have a link in the YouTube description, but the descriptions don't really work the same on Twitch, so it's tougher. What do you think of the worst endgame class is? So like the worst set, you mean? Boy, I don't know. I didn't dabble around too much. I have done some stuff with different sets kind of like that, but I've never like, I don't think I've ever actually used Natalia's. You can just look at it and be like, this is terrible. Like, so I guess I would say Natalia's, but I'm not really sure. Heaven's Brethren? I don't know. Anything before 2023 is old, can't count it. Pfft. I think he's quoting Iceman. Not that he's literally Iceman, but could be wrong. Could be wrong. Man, my eyes. Anything before 68 is old. Well, that is actually true, yeah. I think the NFL was even around. That's still the other football league that merged with the NFL or something. Ogre Mall. James agrees with my guesstimate of Natalia's being the worst. Yeah, that's kind of what I would go with, probably. Oh. The Vikings won the year before the merger. Ooh, unfortunate. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Belrog Blade. Twelve to Inferno. Good luck on the Ral runes from the Countess. Aldadin. Oh, man. And hopefully you get some good caster amulets, too. Not sure, Marty. The only city with championships in all 4 major sports. Huh, could be. Don't know that one. Joyen, the devs never played this game. Some of the stuff is kind of weird. I don't know about that far, but that they never played it, but some of the stuff like that is weird. Data gains, jeez, I have no idea. What would I export from the United States? Chicken's feet. There's no market for them here, so I feel like I could get them cheap and then trade them to those Asian countries that it's like a delicacy. Don't steal my idea. My idea. I'm getting rich up. Ray said he's been watching football since 71. Been watching football since I was -8. Oh, the wrong weapon out. No wonder I'm just like running randomly around. Boy, I'm not gonna make it. Maybe I need to put some more drops in my eyes. Every 5 minutes, more drops. Appreciate you, Theta. I thought that was a good idea, really, though. Yeah, the Lions won the championship in 35, so it counts. See? Yeah, I feel like any championship when only whites were allowed to play doesn't count. I'm gonna be honest. You just have random dudes. Like, if I went and played in 1935, I bet you I would be the biggest guy in the league. Probably. I'd probably be the biggest dude in the league. A bunch of random, like, just random plumbers and stuff.
It is an honor to serve you.
Hmm. Coco said it took you 8 months to get a Zod. I only found 2 Zods in my entire life, so. Well, 3 now, actually, I think. Took me like 5 years to get the first one, so. But yeah. Yeah, let's get the bear up. Shadur's the best chance. He might be. I can tell you right now, Dylan Gabriel is not him. That's for sure. That's for sure. Lions won back when the league was 6 teams. This is true. This is true. Yeah. See how good they are? All of the best players were consolidated into just 6 teams. So really every team was probably way better. Because imagine taking all the players in the league and then condensing it down to just... It's pretty much like the all-star teams, you know? Just all the best players. Like, the Lions beat all the best people. So, if you think about it that way. Oh, man. All right, I think I'm going to call her a day. My eye's just bugging me and stuff, and really struggling through here, so I think I'm going to call it a day. Hopefully I feel better soon here, because I got to get videos and stuff done, but I appreciate y'all joining me, fun talking football and all that good stuff. On a couple good things today, so it is what it is, but yeah, hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out, and keep slaying.